So, jetzt sind wir mal wieder da und haben tatsächlich was eingeschoben. Mal eine Überraschung in unserem Stream hier. Und zwar Dreams and Shadows, a dark fantasy board game by Gordon Alford. Gordon. Yeah.
So it's very much like a story-based role-playing game.
Okay.
In a streamlined board game format.
Okay.
You choose one of 8 champions that you take on the role to basically save your realm, and you choose one of 3 villains that you go up against.
So you're one person as a player?
2 to 6.
Okay.
And it's a cooperative board game.
But every person has one character.
Right, that they take the role
So
of.
really as a role-playing experience. Okay.
Throughout the game, they have actions when it comes to completing their objectives and quests.
And these are the villains we have to face.
Yeah.
So we make a small detail about it because it's very nice artwork.
Sure.
So, hier seht ihr einmal die Bösewichter. Ja, klassisch natürlich, aber sehr schön. And these are the whole missions of the game.
To defeat them.
Okay.
So the game is played in 2 acts. There's 5 turns in Act 1, and then the villain comes out in Act 2. In Act 1, there's a lot of combat, but also story-based scenarios.
Okay.
And quests as well. When it comes to completing the story scenarios, when you get to that certain phase, you actually pass the scenario card to the other player who reads the scenario to you. Oftentimes, there's actually a choice that has to be made, a moral dilemma.
Also test with dice or with against my abilities?
Yeah, or combat.
Or combat, okay.
And then what helps you is actually various resource cards that you can get available via gold that you acquire from fighting, and they help you with combat. So combat is actually tactical. There's a lot of cooperative play when it comes to fighting against your enemies. You can gain companions, and then you also have to be careful about getting afflictions that can wear you down. So there's several different types of afflictions that can affect you.
Okay.
And then they can eventually wear you down. And on the board, you have your health and willpower, and if you ever reach 0, your champion loses.
Okay, so this is for one person and has
So this is set up for 4 people to play.
And kind of, I have to move around the board to complete certain
scenarios.
Scenarios.
You want to remove the shadow tokens and complete quest objectives.
Okay.
So
very nice. And how long is one scenario? Is it one as you said, in a board game format? So how long is it?
I would say one setting is about 2 to 3 hours of play, simply because the combat is quick, but the scenario settings is very rich.
Okay.
So you end up going through a lot of that.
And do you have you have these 3 villains, but all the cards are different each, so you play it more than 2 times, I suspect.
So these can be played across each villain, but each villain has special quest scenarios, 12 for each one. Typically, you'd go through maybe 3 or 4 per villain in a game session, so there's enough.
There's enough, right?
And,
so 3 per session, and you have
And it's actually very much story aligned to the villain, their background, their motivations, why you're up against them.
So is this finished, or is it still? It is finished, right?
The game is finished. It's available.
Okay.
It's available in Canada and will soon be available in Europe.
And here, but in Essen, not to buy.
In Essen, it's here to buy.
Okay. So where can you buy it and how much?
F109 in Hall 2.
F109 in Halle 2. Ja?
And for €40.
40 Euros. Oh, also 40 Euro für dieses interessante Rollenspiel. Könnt ihr euch ja mal angucken von einem kleinen Verlag aus Kanada, right? Canada. So, thank you very much.
No problem, thank you.
Und wir machen noch mal eine kurze Pause und dann geht es mit Amigo weiter. Da freuen wir uns schon drauf. Bis gleich.